Welcome, seniors in civics and government and modern American history for Mr. Young. We're about to begin something that nobody really knows how to do. We're about to begin the last part of your senior year in remote learning days. So I thought it might be kind of interesting, if not entertaining, to kind of give you a little bit of insight and to welcome you back as best that I can, letting you know just exactly that we're concerned about where you're at, how you're doing, and obviously certainly aware of the concerns that you have and maybe even the anxiety you have as we head towards the end of the school year, the way that it is, and understanding that ultimately we're trying to get you to graduation. So in the next couple of minutes, my intent is to give you a little bit of insight into maybe the day in the life of a quarantine teacher, obviously much like the quarantine that you've been experiencing with our stay-at-home order by none other than our Governor J.B. Pritzker. So if you'll follow me, we'll kind of get the process started and kind of a welcome back in style maybe. So here we go. So first and foremost, of course, as many people have said in social media, we probably could just call the Paw Patrol and they would take care of everything. Right, girls? What do the Paw Patrol say, girls? What does Ryder say? What does Ryder say? Girls, what does Ryder say? Right, what does Ryder say? KK, what does Ryder say? No problem's too big, no pup is too small. How about Rubble? What does Rubble say? Rubble's on the double. How about Chase? Chase is on the case. Again, maybe if we had just given the problem to the Paw Patrol, we'd be all set and ready to go. But unfortunately, maybe the problem's too big. So what you have over here, of course, is the audience I've used to get myself back into teaching shape. So, Mickey, come on. I got one rule. Don't be on your phone when you're not supposed to be on your phone. Are you kidding me? So I'm trying to get back, of course, to teaching shape. So this has been my audience, a couple of Paw Patrol and some Sesame Street folks. So let me show you where it is that I take my refuge, because we're fully loaded in the living room, as you can see, with the twins. So here we go. Follow me if you would. We'll head down to, it's not really a man cave, but it is the basement. So here's where I've taken refuge in our stay-at-home. I've got, of course, my exercise. And most importantly, I still got my daily basketball. We got our full-court basketball right over here. Of course, the one thing about this is that when playing with the twins, they can actually guard me. Mr. Fritz, he can't guard me. So we play a little basketball here. We get our exercise over here. And then when we need to completely get away, we've got our in-house office with maybe a tent for a nap if need be, but our office is here in the back room of the house. So this is where I come to try to get away, make sure I keep myself healthy, get my daily basketball routine in, and so this is where the work gets done. So now we're back upstairs, of course, for the real purpose of the welcome back video, and that is to encourage you to remain focused on what is the goal at the end of this journey. And so the true purpose of the video, of course, is a dramatic reading of one of the great graduation gifts of all time. Oh, the places you will go. But as you can already tell, it's a little loud in the house right now. So I'm thinking we'll take a little pause. We'll return this evening when it's quieter, we hope, and maybe a little candlelight dramatic reading of Oh, the Places You Will Go. I'll see you then. The driver on the bus goes, move on back, move on back, move on back. The driver on the bus goes, move on back, all through the town. Oh, sorry, got me finishing reading to the girls before they go to bed. So let's get back to what the real intent of the video was from today, and that is to welcome you back and to encourage you to be engaged over the course of the next many days that we'll have, in our remote learning environment. And to do that, as we said before, we felt like the best thing to do for you would be inspire you with a dramatic reading of one of the all-time great books, Oh, the Places You Will Go. Let me get set first, though. We want to get into the mood here, and we want to set it proper. So let's do this. In the spirit of what you are aiming for and you are looking to achieve over the next 6 weeks of school, or however long it is that we are together in this remote learning environment, I felt like as a teacher of all seniors, this might just be the best way to motivate and encourage you to understand exactly what it is that you are aiming for. So here's our dramatic reading of Oh, the Places You Will Go. So come along for the journey. Oh, the Places You Will Go by Dr. Seuss. We'll even show you a picture now again. Congratulations! Today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know. And you are the guy or the gal who will decide where to go. See, he's deciding where he wants to go. You'll look up and down streets, look them over with care. About some you will say, I don't choose to go there. With your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you're too smart to go down any not so good street. And you may not find any you want to go down. In that case, of course, you'll just head straight out of town. It's opener there in the wide open air. Out there, things can happen and frequently do to people as brainy and footsy as you. And when things start to happen, don't worry, don't stew. Just go right along. You'll start happening too. Oh, the places you will go. You'll be on your way up. You'll be seeing great sights. You'll join the high flyers who soar to high heights. See those heights? You won't lag behind because you'll have the speed. You'll pass the whole gang and you'll soon take the lead. Wherever you fly, you'll be the best of the best. Wherever you go, you will top all the rest. Except when you don't, because sometimes you won't. I'm sorry to say so, but sadly it's true that bang-ups and hang-ups can happen to you. You can get all hung up in a prickly perch and your gang will fly on. You'll be left in the lurch. You'll come down from the lurch with an unpleasant bump, and the chances are then that you'll be in a slump. And when you're in a slump, you're not in for much fun. Unslumping yourself is not easily done. You will come to a place where the streets are not marked. Some windows are lighted, but mostly they're dark. A place you can strain both your elbow and chin. Do you dare to stay out? Do you dare to go in? How much can you lose? How much can you win? And if you go in, should you turn left or right? Or right and 3/4? Or maybe not quite? Or go around back and sneak in from behind? Simple it's not, I'm afraid you will find, for a mind maker-upper to make up his or her mind. You can get so confused that you'll start into race down long wiggled roads at a breaknecking pace and grind on for miles across weirdish wild space, headed, I fear, toward a most useless place, the waiting place. For people just waiting, waiting for a train to go, or a bus to come, or a plane to go, or the mail to come, or the rain to go, or the phone to ring, or the snow to snow, or waiting around for a yes or no, or waiting for their hair to grow. Everyone is just waiting. Waiting for the fish to bite, or waiting for the wind to fly a kite, or waiting around for a Friday night, or waiting perhaps for their Uncle Jake, or a pot to boil, or a better break, or a string of pearls, or a pair of pants, or a wig with curls, or another chance. Everyone is just waiting. No, that's not for you. Somehow you'll escape all that waiting and staying. You'll find the bright places where boom bands are playing. There's a boom band. With banner flip flapping, once more you'll ride high, ready for anything under the sky. Ready because you're that kind of guy or gal. Oh, the places you'll go, there is fun to be done. There are points to be scored, there are games to be won. And the magical things you can do with that ball will make you the winningest winner of all. Fame, you'll be famous as famous can be, with the whole wide world watching you on TV. Except when they don't, because sometimes they won't. I'm afraid that sometimes you'll play lonely games too. Games you can't win, because you'll play against you. All alone, whether you like it or not. Alone will be something, you'll be quite a lot. And when you're alone, there's a very good chance you'll meet things that scare you right out of your pants. There are some down the road between Hitcher and Yawn that can scare you so much you won't want to go on. But on your way you will go through the weather be foul. On you will go though your enemies prowl. On you will go through the hake and cracks howl. Onward, up many a frightening creek, though your arms may get sore and your sneakers may leak. On and on you will hike, and I know you'll hike far, and face up to your problems, whatever they are. You'll get mixed up, of course, and as you already know, you'll get mixed up with so many strange birds as you go. So be sure when you step with care and great tact, and remember that life's a great balancing act. Just never forget to be dexterous and deft, and never mix up your right foot with your left. And you will succeed. Yes, you will indeed. 98 3/4% guaranteed. Kid, you'll move mountains. So, be your name Buxbaum, or Bixby, or Bray, or Mordecai Ali Van Allen O'Shea. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting. So, get on your way. I know what you're thinking. The best thing about remote learning was going to be you didn't have to hear from me. As they say, I've got a great face for radio. But we figured one out of the however many remote days we have remaining can't hurt maybe to see a face or two. So, good night, and we'll see you next week.